Never did I imagine that I could quit working and be betting sports all day. I didn't think that this was actually possible because, yes, I lost so many years in the beginning, and then finally figuring out after so many years, I was able to retire from my career, from my job, and I was actually even able to retire my wife. So now my living is made based only in sports betting. Well, not only, mostly, because in reality, you can't just have one source of income these days. You got to keep hustling and doing different things. So, but my main source of income comes from sports betting. And I'm going to talk to you about my background, where I started, with my career and how I got to sports betting. And then I'm going to tell you how much I make in sports betting because I'm is able to retire from what I was doing before to pursue sports betting full time. And then I'll also share with you how you can do it too, right? So I started my career as an engineer. So I would say that I was a guy who was very much into numbers. And being into numbers allowed me to look at sports with a different eye, basically looking strictly at numbers, which most people don't always do. And that gives me an advantage and also a disadvantage. And that the advantage is I'm able to look at something without bias, without like all these thoughts of what everybody's talking about in the news and the media and this story, that story. But it also put me at a disadvantage because I actually don't know what's going on with the story, because all those things together can affect the game, can affect the results. If you don't know what's going on here, then just looking at numbers does not tell the whole story. So but I started as an engineer. I started my own business in engineering, and that business I was able to step aside from and do sports betting. While I did that, my wife was still working, because when you're first starting off in sports betting, you still need money coming in to handle what you're doing in case you lose, right? You still need to be able to build your bankroll, and that's what I was doing. And my wife was working at the time, but now, and she was in the mortgage industry, and now she is able to retire. We're able to be full time at home with the family through sports betting, through my sports betting endeavor. And so I feel like I'm truly blessed to be able to do that. And that's something that I try and share here through social media, through YouTube, to share what's possible, because I went through all the losses. I experienced it all. I experienced it with my family. And when I say family, my dad was a big sports gambler. He lost. He didn't figure it out. I basically took that whole idea. I saw him lose, and it just didn't vibe with me. So I really wanted to try and figure out how to solve this. And finally it's possible. I know how to do it. And how much do I make now? And I don't want to give you exact numbers, but just to give you some idea, right? I was running a business, and that was actually before COVID. We were going well, and COVID hit, and that's when I knew I needed to do something else. And my wife, she had a full-time career, so we're able to retire from those things and have enough income to maintain what we have built together and what we're doing. And yes, we do invest in other things, and we had Airbnbs in the past. And, so of course we're able to take some money and invest it in other things, and make our money grow for us. So those are the things that we do, but I don't want to give exact numbers because why? It doesn't matter. Now, how can you do it too? The one thing that I realized when I went from not understanding how to win to winning was knowing my role in sports betting. And everybody thinks that their role in sports betting is to make the picks, but in reality, that's not that may not be your strength. And within a sports betting business, there's different roles. People don't realize that. And if you sports bet for a hobby, you may never get to the point where you can do it for a living. And because doing it for a living is difficult in the sense that sports books don't want you to win. So they're trying not to allow you to do this for a living, right? So if they know that you do this for a living, they're like, nah, you can't play here. Get out. We don't want you. So, there's just so many ways that people need to work together in sports betting world in order to be able to do this for a living. And like I said, the one thing that I realized is I'm not the one to decide what we are playing, what we are doing. I work together with the team to help us get down on our plays. So, that was the one thing that I had to change was that, oh, let me I think this is good. No, don't do that unless you really know what you're doing, and unless you figured out the math side, you understand the stories, you understand what's going on, and a lot of it has to do with math. And if you're not versed in math enough, then that's one of your weaknesses. If that's what you need to learn when it comes to sports betting, you got to learn some math with sports betting. It's not just -5, -110. That just looking at that's not going to get you where you need to go. You have to do some math behind this. Some of the greatest guys that I work with are all doing math on their end to analyze and to figure out exactly what we're going with. So if you guys want to see what I'm taking as far as plays goes, you can come to the Discord. I posted some plays today. I don't post every day, but every once in a while I'll remember to post some plays there. But I don't post plays there every day just because we're busy making our own plays and I don't always have time to post the plays there. But every once in a while you can catch some plays there. I'll put the Discord in the notes below. But if you guys want to learn more about professional sports betting and tips and tricks, please subscribe because I'll be coming out with more videos for you. All right, good luck in the books.